Hey, it's Chris here with Shadetree America. Today we got another project on the van. This is another thing that I wanted to do a while back. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to until today with the weather. It's finally cooperated enough to do it. We're going to do a basic tune-up on the van. This is the van that you guys have seen before here, and I'll show you. We'll get the camera down here. This is a 3.6 liter 6-cylinder. I don't know, specs, but this is the same Pentastar engine, Chrysler engine that has been in everything from the Dodge Charger Challenger to caravans, town and countries. So we're going to get this off here. We'll see what we got going on. This whole top cover has to come off to do the tune-up because of coil packs. Now, normally when I do a tune-up, I don't change the coils or anything like that, but right now the reason why I am going to change the coils, in fact, I bought a good set of 6 coils, and I'll show you here really quick. I have to go grab them. So I actually went out and bought MSD. These are direct factory replacement. You can see right in there. These are original. These are, original setup. There's my stuff. Got this from Summit Racing Equipment. As you can see, everything's still here. This is still original. I never had them out of the package or anything. Coil stickers and everything here. So this is all original. This was OE replacement. So if you guys are interested, part number is right there on the bottom. And we're going to get to this. You're going to see some stuff that I'm going to be using parts or tools wise that has not been reviewed yet. I'm actually doing testing on it right now, and I will actually talk about that in a later video. But you will see some tools that I have not featured yet. So without further ado, let's get to it. Here, I'm going to move the camera around here. Get you a little bit closer. I got a new camera tripod here. We're doing some new filming stuff. So, get you right into the thick of things here. Willie. All right, we got her all done here. You can see the throttle body's dirty. We're gonna try doing a throttle body service on that also. All right, I have new gaskets. Get these out of the way. Before we do anything else, we will cover this engine. We're going to cover that to keep debris, leaves, whatnot out of that. Here we go, we got an old rag. And while I'm in here, I'm going to look, we'll make sure the oil filter housing isn't leaking. Just want to make sure it's not going to be leaking, you know, during anything like that. That was a pain. Okay, so we're into the tune-up area. And now that we're down here, let's start unplugging these coil packs. Your wires will set. You can see they kind of stay right where it is. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'll come in really close with you here. Yep. You're going to take a quick trip. You can see where the wires here, you kind of just hang out where they're at. So it's easy. You don't have to worry about like the old style, old GMs and whatnot, losing your firing order. Of course, that's all electronic nowadays. So you have your cam sensors with your variable valve timing and everything. So we're going to blow this out here and then we'll take them off. Gonna blow it with the Ryobi high volume inflator. You want to see a video on that? Put it down below. I'll get you guys a video. All right, got her cleaned out. So we need 10mm. Let's do the ratchet. Pop. Clean inside. The only reason why I'm changing the coil packs also is because of the fact of uncovering that. These are all factory at 120,000 miles as well. So usually what you do is you pull them up a little bit, give them a twist. It'll break the rubber contact. It just holds really tight. So we have those three out. They look really clean. There's no oil in the holes or anything like that. We don't have to worry about any kind of problem with that. So we are using Champion Iridiums. It's the product number right there. I don't know if you guys really care to worry about that, but Iridium plugs, platinum plugs, you don't gap because of their coating. I don't do anything like that. I don't want to crack anything. So I'm going to grab a spark plug wrench and I'll be right back. Well, if you clicked on this video and have watched it so far and made this point, you're going to actually learn a tip. Actually, two. And one is with the spark plugs. With the being in the hole, you know, in an area, a little quick tip is to thread them in or take them out. I'll show you here really quickly as I grab my 3/8 set. So these areas down there, I see guys online using impact wrenches. No, don't ever use an impact wrench. That's a little snug. These have been in there for a while, so, but don't use an impact wrench on them, especially aluminum heads. Last thing you want to do is galled out a head or something, strip out the threads. Always do it with a ratchet. Take your time, unless you don't mind doing engine work. So, as you can tell, that didn't come out. Reason being is, another thing I'll show you. Take a rubber fuel hose, get it on top of the spark plug, squeeze it down, turn it around. There you go. Oh, wow. I could guarantee you these are OE. You can see they're very, let's see if we can see it. This is, I think, number 6. It's really, I don't know if I could get in the right spot. It's really just rusty looking. And the electrode's just done for. This thing was having a little bit of power issues. So I knew there was a problem. So when the spark plug's supposed to look like a normal spark plug, you know, I'll probably just put a picture in there. And then I'll take a picture of it as well. So, but once you get that spark plug out in a long tube, use a piece of fuel line. You're not stripping nothing. She'll twist right in, and then you can pop it right out. Now, that's started. Another tip is, and I've made this mistake before on small block Chevys and whatnot. These are spark plug sockets. This one's actually one of my favorites. Actually an old Stanley I've had for 20 years. Take the rubber out. Those will get stuck in areas that you can't get that socket back out. So always take the rubber off so you don't lose your socket, get it stuck somewhere. So we're gonna get this on here. Cord turn in, there it is. Not impacting, don't impact. I hate when I see people on YouTube doing that. A lot of people I watch that do that stuff. It's just not a good idea. So, all right. You don't have to come out with you. You just take the rubber hose. Of course, you can put a pair of pliers in there and get them out, needle nose. But rubber hose, twist it a little bit. These things are just done. Original equipment, probably 10 years old, 120,000 miles. I'm averaging 19 miles per gallon. You do the math, I'm probably going to get 22 by the time I get done. And she's going to be powered up with the old MSD. So let's switch these out. never be afraid to take your time on a job either. Yes, I know if you're a tech, if you're a tech, you're stringent deadlines and whatnot. I understand that. I fully understand that. Book hours 2 hours, and you don't want to take 2.5 or 3 because you're losing time or customers waiting. I get that totally. But also understand, you rush, that's when it causes problems. So I'm going to quit talking. I'm going to finish this, and we'll get to the back side here. All right, so we got the MSD here. This is what the new one looks like. Parts are not, I don't know if that's a part number or not. Same exact thing. If I hold it right. One thing I've noticed, see the green in there? That's a little bit of silicone. It's always good to have a little bit. I actually brought a little bit of petroleum jelly, some Vaseline to use also. You can use silicone, like tube silicone or whatnot. Mind you, these coil packs were good. I wasn't having ignition misfires or anything like that. I just was changing them because I'm already in here. Push them down in. Perfect. Goes right in. Squeeze in there. Get them nice and started. They look really nice. They run like $1 million. Let's get them in here just right. Get the last one. Of course, they all have that silicone in there, so. Check that. Yep, nice and snug. Nice and snug. Nice and snug. We don't want to break anything. Click. 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 So now let's do that to the back. We got one. Give it a twist, a little bit of twist here. 2. Give it a couple twists here. It's 3. All right, let's do the back here. Gonna need a smaller extension. Of course, the same thing. We put the hose in. We can bring them right out. So, and you can see I'm kind of bent at an angle. You just get it just right, and you can turn it like a universal joint, and it'll just turn. Look at it. So, and there it is. That one's in. Let's get it snugged up here and. quarter turn for the, there. That's it for that one. Let's fish out the other two. It's just the same. The electrode is just gone. Okay, same as before. And of course I dropped the hose in the mud, so maybe we'll have a little bit of lubricant more. Goes down in the hole. Uses it as a universal joint. She twists it right in. See that? Yep, that's off. Let's get the extension. Put the extension in. We have one left. Put the hose in, squeeze it down on, give it a turn. Bam, she's out. All right, quarter turn. That's it for that. Let's get some coil packs. Yeah. Unfortunately, I have to reuse those. They're okay, but I do have to reuse them. Okay. Let's get the back part done first. That goes first. Make sure nothing falls into the engine. Nope. And we need to put the coil covers on. So I got heat deadening device. That needs to move out of the way. There we go. Torque spec is 5 to 7 Newton meters. I have a 3H drive torque wrench that I'll actually work those down with. There she is. Let's get fire in the hole. See what it's like. All right, let's unleash the beast. Runs pretty solid, quiet. Let's get a little squeak. That's unusual. Of course, the cover's off right now. Well, I'd say, everybody, that seems like that's, take the words out of Ernest's mouth from Roadside Rescue, that's a job well done. I do have a couple things that broke. I do have that clip right there. I also have right here, there's a holder. Honestly, I could just use a couple zip ties for that. I'm not worried about it. So, seems like it does really well. It's running good. No engine light from that. I do have a for something else, but seems like it does good. I'm happy. I'm happy. The throttle response is immensely better. So let's get this cover on here. If I can ever get it done right. There. Looks like an engine again. So let's talk about them spark plugs here. I'm going to bring you right back as soon as I get set up for that. All right, see if we can get a better look at this spark plug here. There we go. You can see this thing is gone, or electrode's totally gone here. Everything's just wore out. And you can see, you know, the burn come up the side here. They all look the same, pretty much the exact same. These things are factory. Another thing you can tell a lot of times is the color of these tips, is it'll focus. You'll see a little bit like green gray. A lot of times factory spark plugs are like that. So we got our tune-up done. You guys saw this thing was well deserving of it. 120,000 miles on original plugs. That's just insane. We'll have better fuel economy, better performance, better throttle response also, because I did clean the throttle body also while it was off, but I didn't show that on camera. I did it off camera. So all right, we're gonna hang out or leave it at that. As you can tell, I got a lot of stuff that I got to clean up here as well. So if you see anything in the videos, this ratchet will be shown at a later time. Anything else that you see that you're interested in for a review, let in comments down below. Like I said, I'm more than willing to do it. It might take me a little bit, but we'll get something going. So I will catch you guys on the next one. Stay safe out there, and God bless.